Hey, y'all, come look at this.
All right, Darlene, what you got?
Thank you. Have you seen the president since Hunter Biden showed up in federal court, since the deal fell apart? Did he have any reaction that he has agreed to allow you to share with us?
So I'll tell you this, and I'll repeat this as what I said at the top, which is the president loves his son. The president and the first lady love their son, and they support him as he's rebuilding his life and trying to move forward. I have not spoken to the president today. He has been busy continuing to work on behalf of the American people, as he does every day with internal meetings, and so I will leave it there.
Here we go again.
Is the White House any closer to figuring out when the president will make his promised visit to Africa this year?
I don't have a visit to preview at this time, but as you know, the president met with African leaders at the end of last year. It was incredibly productive, and he promised to visit the continent of Africa this year. Just don't have anything to lay out. As you know, the First Lady has traveled to the continent, so has the Vice President, and so we have kept our commitment in continuing to grow and develop that relationship with countries in Africa.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Sure. I wanted to follow up on your comments yesterday about Commander. You shared a statement that said the Bidens have been working with Secret Service and the resident staff on unleashing protocols. You talked about how the Secret Service has treated these biting incidents as workplace incidents. The statement went on to say that the President and First Lady are grateful to the Secret Service and the staff for keeping the family safe. But what we didn't hear yesterday was any statement of contrition or an apology, or that they're mortified or regret that Commander has been behaving like this. So
look,
would you like to update the statement?
Look, the statement came from my colleague that I was reiterating over at the First Lady's office. I would certainly refer you to the statement again. Look, the President and the First Lady continues to be incredibly grateful to the Secret Service and the executive resident staff. That continues to be the case. We are working through this to make the situation even better. I don't have anything else to add. As I mentioned yesterday at the top, being here on this complex, this White House complex, is incredibly unique and can be stressful situations for family pets, and we are working. We're certainly working through this particular situation with the Secret Service to make this better.
Hi, KARINE. Earlier this week, you said the president was never in business with his son, but can you say specifically that the president did not have discussions of any kind with Hunter about his business dealings?
We'd think so, but no.
I appreciate the question. I've been asked this question multiple times in different variations in different ways. As you mentioned, I was asked this question multiple times on Monday. Nothing has changed. I don't have anything to add to what I stated on Monday.
Can you give us a preview of the president's briefing on heat?
I gave you a little bit of preview. He's going to be announcing some actions tomorrow. The extreme weather, as you all know, has been a difficult time for families and Americans across the country, especially out west. And so you're going to hear from the president about this. Let's not forget climate change. Climate change is real. That's why the president has taken some historic actions to deal with this issue, to deal with climate change, a crisis that he called when he first walked into this administration. And let's not forget, the Inflation Reduction Act is one of those laws that is giving or going to give the most resources to deal with climate change. The president is very proud of that, and you'll hear directly from him on this issue tomorrow.
No, it's not.
Thanks, Greg. Have the president and his attorneys been in touch with Hunter's legal team today, and have they been keeping tabs on the proceedings?
Look, I don't have anything to share. I would refer you to, on this particular issue, I would refer you to Hunter's representative. I would refer you to the Department of Justice. I don't have anything to share beyond on what I shared at the top of this briefing.
It's extremely rare in such a high-profile case for a plea deal to fall apart like this. Does the president believe that the federal prosecutors in this case, have acted appropriately and competently?
As you know, Jeremy, this was an independent investigation that was overseen by the Department of Justice. As we've been very clear, they are independent. We give them the space to do their work. We believe in the rule of law. I just don't have anything else to share on this. I would refer you to the Department of Justice. Again, this was done independently, and I would also refer you to Hunter's representatives.
On Senator Tuberville and his continued hold on these military
not a joke.
Promotions. He floated a potential way to move the nominations more quickly by saying that he'd be open to limiting the debate time on each individual nominee. Does the president believe that it's time to start moving some of these military nominations individually and voting on them individually through the Senate?
Look, Jeremy, I understand the question, but this is something that one senator is holding up. One senator, one Republican senator. And it shouldn't be done this way. It shouldn't be done this way. I think the Admiral did a really good job laying out what this means for our military families, our military service members. They don't deserve to be treated this way. When we talk about this particular legislation, not just the legislation, but as we move forward with these types of nominations, they should be done in a bipartisan way. And so it's unfortunate that this senator, Senator Tuberville, is treating this as a political stunt, he has to answer to military families, and he has to answer to military members who do everything that they can to protect us, and he's putting them in harm's way. And so I get the question, but this is truly on Senator Tuberville here.
Does there ever come a point, though, where, especially as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff is set to retire, you need to fill that position where it's maybe worth, especially for the most senior positions that really put national security at risk, to start moving some of these individually?
Jeremy, we shouldn't be in this situation. I get it. I hear what you're saying, but we should not be in this situation.
You think so, but no.
Senator Tuberville should not be putting our military in this situation, not be using political ploys or political stunts to put our military in this situation, to put not just the military, but our national security for Americans across this country. And so I get it. I get that there are potential other pathways to get there, but we shouldn't be here. We just should not be here. And what he is doing is dangerous, and it's insulting. Okay, Regina.
President Biden has spent most of his political career working on gun laws, on gun reform. Does he believe that someone who is charged with possessing a firearm illegally should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law?
So here, I'm going to be, I think I know where this question is going. And I'm just going to continue to say, as it relates to the case that we're seeing in Delaware, I'm just going to not speak to that. It is an independent matter. This is up for the Department of Justice. Even with the question that you're asking me, it's one of those legal criminal matters, and it's up to that process, that legal process. I'm just not going to speak to it here.
Yeah, baby! Yeah.
When he was a senator, crafted gun legislation. As president, he talks often about the need to get illegal firearms off of our streets. So when someone possesses one illegally, what does the president believe should happen to them?
The president has been very clear. You just laid out where his position has been, what his policies has been, what he was able to pass into law. I'm going to be very mindful here. I'm going to be very careful because I see where this question is going, and I'm just going to refer you, as this has been an independent investigation. It's overseen by the Department of Justice. I'm going to let them speak to this as they are moving forward.
Thank you.
You can say that again.